What's going on, guys? Your boy Mason. We're back with another video, and in today's video guys, me going over the Holy Relic priority for the Bird Demonic Beast battle. So I haven't done an updated video on this already, but for the Bird Demonic Beast battle, a lot of people are actually grinding this now that they have Albedo from the Overlord collaboration. Now, what Holy Relics do you guys want to be grinding for is the real question. There are 34 Holy Relics from the Birdman. I'm going to be going over a few that I think that you guys should definitely prioritize, because I don't think we should go over all 34. I think the video would be a little too long if we did that, but I'm gonna talk about the ones that I would recommend you guys make and that are gonna be the biggest priority for a lot of you guys starting the game or even just trying to do Bird in general. So let's hop in and let's discuss. Before we actually hop into the video though, guys, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys haven't already, man. We are on the road to the 40,000 subscribers. I would definitely appreciate if you guys subscribe and like the video, so you know, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. With that out of the way, man, let's hop in and let's go over the Holy Relics that I recommend are going to be on the priority list. So the number one Holy Relic that you guys want to make is going to be the Miguelda Relic. This is obviously a staple for Bird, because once you get Miguelda's Relic, it's going to open up the door to get, you know, all the other Holy Relics a lot easier, right? So you guys that don't know what Miguelda's Relic does, when the hero uses a recovery skill in the Bird Demonic Beast battle, removes one debuff from allies, then applies a one effect on the hero which increases all stats by 8% for 5 turns, stacking up to 5 times. This does not stack with the unique ability, but the thing is with that, right, with the red or with the blue Miguelda, it's going to be from her passive, right? That's where you get the 8%. That's going to make it so that you're able to apply all the buffs from her passive a lot quicker, which is going to be very, very good on the Bird. If you guys use Albedo and you have Miguelda, you guys know that running her with Albedo is going to be very, very strong to get all those extra buffs so that her amplified counters deal a ton of damage. So, you know, having Miguelda with her Holy Relic is going to be the number one that I would recommend in terms of priority. So number one is going to go to Miguelda. Alright guys, so the next Holy Relic that I recommend a lot of people should be picking up next is probably going to be the Arthur Holy Relic. Now the reason why Arthur's Holy Relic is super good is because if we actually look at the effect here, applies an effect which decreases all enemies defense related stats by 20% for 1 turn at the start of the ally's turn, and applies when entering battle. And as you guys can see, it's active in all content. So this is usable in PvP, PvE, it covers everything in the game, which is such a good ability because you're lowering 20% of the enemy's defense related stats. And if we actually look at the Arthurs that are available to use with this, Green Arthur is one of the characters, and he's a character that already is a supportive ability in PvE. So if you are farming in PvE, Arthur's one of those characters that I highly recommend getting the Holy Relic for, because you already get the damage dealt, damage reduction, and if all allies are alive, which is going to be very easy to do, especially when you're doing like a farming stage. And so having Arthur and his Holy Relic, I think, is going to be the second best Holy Relic to actually pick up from the Bird Demonic Beast battle. Alright guys, moving on to the next Holy Relic that I recommend you guys get, which is going to be Brunhild. The reason why Brunhild's Relic is really, really good is because she's already a character that is strong on the Bird. So if you're someone that didn't pull on the Overlord collaboration and is like, okay, amazing, what character can I use that'll actually help me do well in the Bird, and that if I get a Holy Relic for will make it a lot easier? And that would definitely be Brunhild, because if you actually look at her Holy Relic effect here, only one debuff can be on the hero and increases the hero's attack by 20% when debuffed. So whenever you get that one debuff on Brunhild, she's going to get a 20% attack increase. And remember, this works in all content, but mainly going to be used when actually running her on the Demonic Beast battle. So that is a really good Holy Relic right there, because it makes so Brunhild just hits a lot harder. You guys already know that Green Brunhild is a strong Demonic Beast or the oriented character, right? Increases the hero's basic stats by 12% for every surviving ally, and it increases all stats of the hero whenever someone dies. And then you guys know the Detonate and the Power Strike, very, very strong skills in Demonic Beast battle. So she obviously getting that relic is going to be really, really strong for her, and just using her in general. So that's another Holy Relic that I would say I would recommend. That would probably be my number 3. Now my number 4 Holy Relic, guys, is going to be right here, which is going to be the Festival Gulthur Holy Relic. Now this one is really, really good because Festival Gulthur is able to give 25% attack related stats when the hero's ultimate move gauge is completely filled. So the moment you max out his gauge, you're just going to be giving 25% attack related stats, which is a big bonus to whoever gets it. And because it's a team-wide ally buff of 25% attack related, it's going to be very, very nice, alongside the fact that Gulthur is already supporting in his passive, giving, you know, attack related stats 2% and then max HP 1% each time he uses a skill or any ally uses a skill, right? Which is very, very strong. So Gulthur is like a character that if you lack like Thonar on like dogs, right, you can use Gulthur to replace Thonar, right? He acts as a character that can give that 25% attack related, and you can use that to benefit for your run. And so there, you know, there are a few situations where you might want to run Gulthur, Gowther, and because he's an unknown character, he's going to be very, very strong alongside these other unknown variant teams, and you could definitely run him alongside Albedo considering what he's able to do with this Holy Relic and giving her that extra 25% attack related stats. So yeah guys, Gowther would be my number 4 for the actual Holy Relic. Now moving on from there, we're gonna have to, you know, kind of look through the other characters, but honestly from here it's kind of up to you. I think those are the main ones that I would probably recommend from the jump. I think probably the next one would be Hraesvelgr, yeah, because Hraesvelgr is not like a crazy Holy Relic, right? So it increases the attack by the value equal to 50% of the hero's defense at the start of battle. It's not that insane, but obviously that's going to increase Hraesvelgr's damage, and you know that's the main thing you want to get from a Holy Relic, right? Obviously increasing damage. So if you're using Hraesvelgr and you want him to be dealing a lot more damage when he's attacking on a full human team, then getting his Holy Relic is going to be a very, very important thing as well, because he's obviously going to increase the damage of the character. Now, other than Hraesvelgr, we have to actually kind of scroll through here and think about which characters to get for Holy Relics. I think Jenna would be a pretty good one as well, because she's actually getting a supportive Holy Relic here where it gives attack related stats to human allies participating in the battle by 12%. Which this is better than Ragnarok Bond backline, right? You get 12% attack related stats when using her from the back, and even if you use her in the front, you can still get that bonus as well. But because it works in the sub slot, you can slap Jenna in the back, and this 12% attack related stats is going to be buffing the human team. This can be very good in PvE, this can be very good in PvP as well on human team, so definitely a pretty good option in terms of a Holy Relic that I would recommend you guys pick up. But yeah guys, other than that, I guess we'll talk about some honorable mentions. I think those are the main ones that I would probably recommend a lot of you guys get first. So whatever in that order, I would say probably starting with Miguelda, then going to Arthur, then Brunhild, Gowther, and then you can kind of mix around from there, either like Hraesvelgr next, you could go to the Jenna next, right, like what I kind of mentioned. So from there it kind of branches off, so whatever you really want to go for with that. But now with my honorable mentions, the ones that I would say that you guys could make but are not like super priority you know, on actually making them, I would say that Brawler Bonds is pretty good, right, because you get the extra hero damage dealt, and obviously Blue Brawler Bond is a character that everyone uses on Patience team because of the way he works, where he has a gray debuff attack related lower that applies on Demonic Beast Battle, which can be very, very strong with, like, you know, him, Chad King, and then whatever, you know, the actual character is for the Demonic Beast Battle. So Brawler Bond's Relic is actually good in that right. Now for another character that has a pretty good Relic as well, I'd probably say Excalibur Arthur, right? If you actually look at like Green Excalibur Arthur, right now he's a very good character in PvP and Heroes Arena for a human team, right? In Heroes Arena, I've had this Holy Relic proc multiple times, and because I've had the Holy Relic proc, it's actually fully healed Arthur. So if you guys don't know what it does, if the hero survives at HP less than or equal to 20%, removes debuffs from the hero and fully restores HP, which is going to be very, very good when using him at all. Literally, if you're using Excalibur Arthur at all, that's going to be a really, really strong Holy Relic that is fairly accessible as well. Now moving through the rest of the characters, guys, the only other ones I'm gonna say are like honorable mentions, I guess, as well, would probably be like Twigo, right? Because you get the HP related. Twigo is actually very useful for like Heroes Arena, and you know, back in the day when people ran like Purgatory Bond human team as well. But if you look at his Holy Relic here, applies an effect on the hero for 2 turns, which increases HP related stats by 30% and taunts enemies at the start of the battle. So that's just free, right? And it's in all content. So that's another really good Holy Relic right there. And then I would say another one that I would recommend as well for a lot of you guys would probably be just getting Gowther's, right? Gowther's is not like necessarily insane, right? It's going to increase allies basic stats by 1% every time the hero uses a buff or debuff skill. It's not insane, but it still is a basic stat buff for allies. You know, if you're anytime you're getting stats at all, it's always going to be good as long as you have like some type of like ability like this. So whenever you're using like a rank up Gowther and you have this ability, that's going to be strong, right? Like this is going to be very good giving the extra basic stats with that relic. And then yeah, moving from there though, not really much else, honestly, guys. I mean, you know, if you actually scroll through here, I think the only one else I think that's like pretty good is like maybe like Shins for farming. Right, you can get like Easton's for the green Easton if you're running her backline, right? Like Lolly Merlin's is fairly good in terms of like actual usage if you are running her, right? The hero's attack is 20% when attacking a debuffed enemy, right? So yeah, from there I feel like it's more broad. Like, you know, if you want to make a Holy Relic for the rest of these characters, it just depends on their use case, right? Looking at like Lilia, right? Like Lilia would be a good character if you're using like a debuff team, right? Because she does 10% basic stats per debuff. So from there it kind of branches off, guys. But it's really up to you, right? Like eventually you're gonna want to make all the Holy Relics, but I think those are the ones that I would suggest from the jump that you guys should make and that are gonna be very beneficial for your account. So to kind of wrap everything up and let you guys know again what it's all about, if you actually start, the first character that you should always make the Holy Relic for is going to be Miguelda. Moving on from that, I would say it's going to be Arthur and then Brunhild. So you have the regular Arthur. This one's going to be really good. And then you have the regular Brunhild Relic as well. And then from Brunhild, you would probably get like, you know, Festival Goldthurs. And then you could get like Jenna's or like Eller Escanor. And then from there, it would be just whatever one that you want to, you know, actually make, you know, like Brawler Bond. You could do like Lolly Merlin, regular Merlin, you know, like Sigurd if you want. Tweego's definitely very good. It's just the use case scenario, man. Whenever you need to use the character, they probably need their Holy Relic. So if the, you know, if I make a video and I show like a Heroes Arena team and I have a character that has a relic from the bird, you probably want to get that Holy Relic as well so that you're able to run the optimal setup. So that's pretty much that, guys. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Hopefully that was pretty informative for you guys learning what Holy Relics you should prioritize on the bird. But that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.